What is good, YouTube? It is your boy Matt Trades here, back to you with another video. And today I'm going to be breaking down how I made $300 in 2 hours trading US dollar against the Singapore dollar. Yes, I know it's an exotic, but yo, this pair has perfect market structure, follows it to a T. If you haven't checked it out, I would recommend checking it out. But anyway, let's get into the video on how I took this trade and how I was able to capitalize to make some money. And once again, this is a small account build that I wanted to bring to YouTube to show you guys that, hey, you can have a small account and make a decent amount of money from it. So this account is just going to be for YouTube and to show you guys how I can take this account from put $1,500 in there and take it to $10,000. There's no timetable. I'm not rushing you. I want you guys to see the growth and how you can actually grow your own capital. But anyway, let's get into the video. First thing I will look at is we want to be trading with the trend. Now, I don't typically look at the weekly, but it doesn't hurt to look at where things are headed. But I really didn't look at the weekly when I was doing this. I was really on the 4-hour. So based off this 4-hour time frame, I noticed since February 5th or February 6th, whatever, this has been uptrending. It's been nothing but a steady uptrend. So what am I looking for? If I'm following, there's a saying called the trend is your friend. And I'm looking for buys because this thing has been nothing but buys, right? So when I seen this, I was like, okay, I drew this trend line out, right? I said, okay, we're getting bounces in this area. Bounce. Now, I was looking for this little counter trend that it did, pull back, to maybe bounce. But then once I got to the 30-minute time frame, I seen, well, price isn't breaking below here, right? So I kind of got one of these box tools and I drew it across. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I had got into this trade, right? I think I got into this trade somewhere, I forgot, around here. I was risking like 150, maybe 100 some or something like that. First trade, and this candle took me out, right? Because I was trying to get in on an aggressive entry. So when that took me out, I was like, okay, I'm clearly gonna wait for this, like this counter trend that it did to break out. And this is kind of they would call it a little bit of a flag pattern, but it was just a counter trend. I drew it from this point A, point B, point C. See how those are perfectly touching? I ended up just drawing it across. And those are trades I like to take, which are sometimes breakout trades. You can find these trades on the minute, 5-minute, even though I've seen them on the 30-second time frame, and I've taken them on the 30-second time frame. But as soon as I got a closure around, dang, this is kind of trying to get in the way. Hold on. Around here, see how I closed above this little counter trend that it did? I got in. And then I put my stop loss here because I know that structural wise, if anything was to fall below here, I was just going to be wrong and it was just going to go against me. But then again, I was confident because this was literally like, this was a liquidity grab right here. They knew that there was people's stop losses right underneath here. That's what it did. Grab liquidity. And then if you don't know anything about liquidity, I don't have a liquidity video up yet, but I will make one. But usually when they do liquidity grabs, it'll just go the opposite way. It'll stop people out and then go up or down or whatever liquidity grab direction it did and go the opposite way. And that's exactly what it did here. So I was even more confident when that happened. So I got back in the trade. And another thing that is if you have an analysis and you just happen to get stopped out, don't be afraid to get back in the trade. Get back in. So that's exactly what I did. My stop loss risk was, I believe, yeah, I was risking 150 on this position. But then I added another position, so I was around, yeah, at 300, 150, yeah, so around $300 risk, and I was okay with the risk, and I was confident. So when you're confident, sometimes you can risk more. But obviously, that comes with skill and being in the market. But I was confident to stack a position onto the trade, and my TP I set it at 1.35 thousand, which is a full QP point. And if you watch my QP video that I have put up on this channel, those are perfect take profit areas. Now, I literally could have went and got more, because like I was like, maybe I'll leave a runner, but I like to catch one-to-ones. There's no need to be greedy. Some of this move, I didn't have to catch the whole big entire move. But that's exactly what I did. And as you see, this thing is just uptrending. You know, you see how, okay, came, boom. This is a counter trend trade. Some people were probably trend trading and trades belong here, but I like to trade with the overall trend. But this trade was pretty much simple. Like, as soon as I got, let me go back. Yeah, as soon as I got that closure, I got in. Like, I literally got in. And another thing that I did, let's see, let me go to the 30 minutes, is here. Yeah, because I believe, sorry, let's go back. Like, at this point, once I knew, and then one reason why I stacked is because so into a smaller time frame. Go back. From that little box I drew up was a good area to get in. Yeah. Because literally I knew, and then I knew I was really confident on this stack position, because once this area got broken, that's a break of structure again to the upside. A little bit of drawdown right there, boom, and you just see the momentum just get carried out of this breakout. And that's pretty much how I just took this trade. The trend is your friend. Follow the trend. Don't counter trend trade. Like, I didn't take any sells. I seen this happening. I wasn't taking sells. I was like, I wasn't going to take sales down to here. That would be not even smart to do. I was like, okay, either it's going to touch this, break this, come here, go back up, or break this entire structure of this trend line that I drew. And I still wouldn't have even gotten to the sell until we broke that 3,400 level. And then I would have reacted. You know, patience is key in this game. Like, this trade took 3 hours to make $300, but some people work 8 hours and don't even make $180 in a day. So, you know, this is still good money on a good account, on a small account. I mean, but that's why I wanted to just trade a small account for this YouTube channel, to show you guys that you can grow this. You can grow a small account, and I will be taking this account to 10K. I don't know when it will hit 10K, but I will continue to trade on it alongside with trading my other accounts that I have from firms. So yeah, this is just basically it. Just don't overthink trading. I literally went to the 4 hour and was like, okay, what's happening? This was literally Tuesday. Yeah, like Tuesday. Like, I analyzed and said what was happening. Okay, well, let me draw out this little trend line across here. We got 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3 bounces, and then I went to the 30 minute and was like, I'm peeping that I'm seeing that this structure isn't breaking. Nothing's closing below. Oh, we have a liquidity grab. Okay, that liquidity grab stopped me out. Let me get back in if that liquidity grab ends up closing above this counter trend line that I drew up. Oh, it did? Okay, let me now get in. Oh, I'm confident on the trade. Oh, let me now stack a trade and be okay with what I risk. And I was okay with risking $300 to make $300. One-to-one trades aren't bad. You're not always going to get a 1 to 3, 1 to 2, 1 to 5. Like, those aren't, the market doesn't move like that all the time. So I'm used to taking one-to-ones. Like, yeah, I could have had If I said, oh, 1 to 2, I could have went for a 1 to 2. That would have been nice. Or a 1 to 3, almost 1 to 3, almost. If I would have went all the way up there, but I was, a 1 to 1 is cool. Like, you just gotta catch your piece of the pie. But that's pretty much it. Like, just don't overthink trading. Keep it simple. How you gonna make money in this game is keeping it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. You see, I didn't even use any indicators really. Like when I did it, the only one that I would use maybe is if I'm looking at the 50, and that's only on the hour or 4-hour time frame. But even then, I wasn't really looking at it because sometimes, indicators lag, so I'm not really relying on indicators. Even my RSI, I really don't even use it no more. But if I see it going in confluence of what I'm doing, yeah, I'm gonna use it for confirmation. But that's pretty much how I took this trade. It's nothing. What I want to say? It's nothing complicated. It's simple. Trading with the trend, trading the breakout, seeing structure, pointing out like if I can see a trend line that I can draw up that connects to different points and they line up, that's perfect. Just as I drew this, and just as I drew this counter trend line, and then click the breakout, and you see that momentum. And honestly, it's like, okay, if I can catch another bounce here, like now for USD SGD for next week, because this week was NFP, but this upcoming week, I can see it actually going higher because, like I said, if you watched my quarter points video, you would know that 35,750 is an area that can reverse, do some type of reversal before it wants to get to the next QP, which would be 1.36 thousand. So I hope we can just drop here because this is a consolidation. Usually in consolidation, when it breaks like this, then it'll do some type of reversal too. So that's kind of line up with analysis. But like I said, I play by ear. But it's kind of the analysis that I have going into next week on this pair. Is that more upward movement, but I'm going to react. I'm not going to just be, oh, this is what it needs to be. No, I'm going to react to whatever's happening. But yeah, that's kind of what I think is going to happen next week. If I can get some type of bounce off 134,500 level or around here somewhere, go stop loss down there to continue the upside movement, that'd be great. But like I said, I'll play it by ear. And if we break and continue to break, then we'll look for some downward sells, some bearish movements. Yes, we will look for some bearish movement if we do decide to break this little trend line and break structure to the downside. But for now, it's been an upward movement, so I'm only looking for buys at the moment unless otherwise. But anyway, it's your boy Matthew Trades. I hope that this breakdown helped you see how I analyze the market. See, it was a quick little analyzation. I didn't do too much. I kept it simple, trading with the trend. And yeah, but that is it. It's your boy Matthew Trades signing out. Peace.